Dear Heavenly Father, we give you thanks for another day. We thank you for the rain. We ask that you show your presence here today as we work to better the future of the tribe. We ask that you help us to be good examples for the future little ones. Help us to go forward and do your good will. Help us to remember that everybody has feelings and their own point of views. Help us to work out all issues in a good, positive way. And we ask that you watch over the lands and the animals and people. It's awful dry. Keep everything safe and help everybody to enjoy life and value life and help everyone to go forward and be good examples. Help us to cherish everything that is placed in front of us, the blessings that we do have, and help us to always go forward and share with one another and help one another through their hard times. We ask for the moisture in a good, safe way and help those who are struggling with addictions to overcome them and be positive role models in life. Protect those who are in mourning, help them in a positive direction. Heal the sick from the infants to elders. But most of all, help us all to cherish and value life. We ask this in Creator's name. Amen.
Roll call, please.
Chairman Clyde Estes.
Here.
Vice Chairman Cody Russell.
Here.
Secretary Treasurer Marvin Grassroot.
Here.
Councilmember Stephanie Bowman.
Here.
Councilmember John McCauley.
Yo.
Councilmember Donovan.
Here. Everybody get go through your June minutes. Or I entertain a motion to close the June meeting, my bad. Got a motion by
Second.
John, second by Cody. Any discussion? Donovan?
Nope.
John?
No.
Stephanie?
No.
Marvin? Cody, call for the vote. Donovan?
Four.
John?
Yo. Four.
Stephanie?
Four.
Marvin?
Four.
Cody? Four. Motion carries 5-4-0 against, none not voting. Everybody get a look at their June meeting minutes?
I looked at them. They looked okay to me.
I saw it.
I'll move with corrections.
Second.
Got a motion by John, second by Cody. Any discussion, Donovan?
No.
John?
No.
Stephanie?
Nope.
Marv?
No.
Cody?
Nope.
Okay, call for the vote, Donovan?
Four.
John?
Four.
Stephanie?
Four.
Marv?
Four.
Donovan?
Four.
Motion carries 5-4-0 against, none not voting. Yeah, before you in your packet, request from Ms. Gorno, EPO Director.
Oh, for those guys?
Requesting a bonus for the mitigation crew of $300 each through the COVID funds, which should probably be relabeled ARF funds.
Yeah.
That total would be $3,900. So
Well, that's
300.
not bad. They're doing a good job, Mr. Chairman. I'll make motion to approve it.
Second.
Got a motion by John, a second by Cody. Any discussion, Donovan?
No.
John?
No.
Stephanie?
Discussion?
Yes, ma'am.
First of all, fabulous job in the community. Definitely needed to be done. I do think that perhaps we should, with the number of requests for American Relief Funds, that we should set aside some time to prioritize and review the numerous requests that we'll be getting, but I do know that these individuals did work hard, and when the time comes, I certainly would support this. So if the Secretary Treasurer chooses to approve various budget requests for the American Relief Funds.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Okay. Marvin?
I just would like to make sure that it's gonna be allowable.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not sitting there saying those guys did do a good job down there, I like that down there. I just wanna make sure that's allowable under those funds. If it is, then I'd be for it.
Okay. Mr. Russell?
No question.
Vote, Donovan?
Four.
John?
Oh,
Stephanie? Marv?
Or if it's allowable.
Okay. Cody?
Four.
Motion carries 5-4, 0 against, none not voting. Move on to item number Oh, no, she's got two requests. What's the second one? It's a request to be on the Great Plains Tribal Water Alliance Board. Respectfully asking the Tribal Council to pass a resolution with the sample attached to join the Great Plains Tribal Water Alliance. I would also like to be the Lbst Sioux Tribal representative on this board because she is the environmental director for the tribe. And would also like to request Vice Chairman Cody Russell be selected as the alternate. You have the information before you. What says the council?
I'll make a motion.
You got a motion by Stephanie,
Second.
a second by Marvin. Any discussion, Donovan?
No.
John?
Nope.
Stephanie?
No.
Marv?
With the correction, you take Cody off there.
No questions.
Call for the vote. Donovan?
Four.
John? Stephanie?
Four.
Marvin? Cody?
Four.
Motion carries 5-4-0 against. Item number 6, you got before you, MOU from SDSU Extension regarding the Healthy Food, Healthy Families, Healthy Communities Initiative.
So who are they gonna actually be working with, this program? Are they gonna be working with the health people upstairs, the health director and that, or?
Yes, she's on the board. I was part of the board. I just haven't been to a meeting in a long time as a council member. PFS, there was the schools, CHRs, so part of the wellness coalition was what they kind of general termed it, so. They're the ones, when they had the old red store still, where they brought in the things like healthy foods. They were trying to bring in more fruits and vegetables to the stores and get people eat more healthy and do healthy activities.
Seemed like they would work side and side with that diabetes program though. You know, I mean, I'm not saying it could be better, but usually they have a program that works with stuff like that, don't they? And they used to do those vegetable vouchers, remember our fruit vouchers?
Yeah.
But as long as it's on positive, so move.
Got a motion by John,
Time.
second by Cody. Any discussion, Donovan?
No.
John?
Two.
Stephanie?
No.
Mark?
No.
Cody?
No.
Call for the vote, Donovan.
Four.
John?
Four.
Stephanie?
Four.
Marvin?
Four.
Motion carries 5-4-0 against none, voting. Ms. McGee and Brian, good morning. You guys want to come up to the table? This is the Shared Waters Program update.
You guys are beating dogs here. Morning, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for letting us come over and discuss the program. We started thinking about this. It's pretty much everybody's new over here from the time before. Because I think when they started the program, they'd come over and talk to the council here, but it's pretty much a new council now.
Yeah.
So I'm Brian C. I'm I oversee all the federal programs at Crow Creek. So I started overseeing this about a year ago. With Lacosta came in as the director at that point in February or March, wasn't it?
I was
we didn't do it
interim
till May.
director.
She's-
Yeah.
Yep, she was interim director. She become the director now. The program had a lot of disarray when I started with it. I don't beat around the bush on anything. Clyde's known me a long time. I just tell it how it is. We went to the point of putting accountability, and I back Lacosta on the things we do to make it accountable. We've lost 2 employees due to it. One was, she didn't like when we started bringing accountability in. The other one too, I said no more leave being used because you're abusing leave because they were prorating, they front loaded the leave, which I didn't like. So she left within 2 days after the meeting, and I'm telling them no more leave until your leave is where it should be. So we're at that point of getting the program back on track. We're increasing numbers, and,
Yep.
and that's where I'll pretty much leave LaCosta with it. She's the ins and outs of the whole program. I'm here as her support system, I guess, and that's what I do all along. We're working on a couple of things. We want to do a recruitment drive over here. I think we're fully staffed at this point. So we can get our numbers up to 60, and we want to be able to raise numbers and get more money coming in next year when the grant cycle comes up to better serve and basically have sites at both locations. Because all we are is a fiscal agent. I think Cody was the one that signed off on the initial grant. And so we became the fiscal agent at that point of the grant, is all it is. So it's really, anybody that's hired or anything else just goes through because of the fiscal side of it for the accounting purposes. Okay, at that, I'll turn it to LaCosta. She can kind of give you what the program's all about.
Basically, what we used to do was go into the homes and we would help the client become more self-sufficient and be their child's first and foremost teacher. We would help them with activities for at least up to an hour in their homes. But when COVID hit, we had to do like virtual visits. A lot of our clients we seen didn't have reliable access to the internet, so we couldn't do the virtual. So we started doing just the telephone calls. Some clients too, we seen that didn't have reliable telephones, so we would have to just conduct like porch visits, we call them, and just kind of stand on the porch and do the visit with them. I believe we currently serve. We got our recruitment. We did a recruitment over in Fort Thompson at their health fair. Well, it wasn't really a health fair. It was like a spring fling, they called it. And we got like 7 new recruits there. We want to do recruiting back over here as well. We did have an office here at the CHR, beside the CHR. The WIC, I believe, was right across. But because of COVID and stuff, we just kind of not came over here. We just kind of did the telephone call stuff. But I'm pretty sure with your guys is okay that we can still continue to come and do the office visits here, because like some people have multiple people living in the homes and they don't feel comfortable, conducting the visit in the home. So we would bring them here to the office and have the visit.
The one thing, this grant's very picky grant, very low budget grant. Blunt on that, it's only about $360,000, which you know how that works
like
with the
3,000.
salaries, and when you're paying 4 different people to do the work, that takes most of the budget gone. So basically it provides diapers, car seats and stuff like that we can do.
We do have a car seat program that we
Yep.
do run, but we don't have the infant car seats. We have the car seats up higher for them.
Toddlers and
Yeah, the high back boosters, the convertibles, we have those. The client would just have to show us the child's either Medicaid, WIC card, give us the height and weight, and then we would give them the appropriate car seat for the child. I think it's only 1 car seat per year. We also do resources. We have other outside resources. Like if we can't get them an infant car seat, they say they just had a child, we would refer them to Becky Denham from Healthy Start, and she would get in contact with them and get them a car seat as well.
with that Medicaid card, now, do you guys third-party bill them then, or?
No,
No?
we don't bill them at all. It's just showing that the where's it, right turn, that they have.
You meet the
Yeah,
criteria
right,
for having that?
Yep,
Okay.
yep. I'm drawing blanks. I'm sorry. Anything?
There's just a lot, it might be easier if you guys, with questions you have, to ask LaCosta, because she's not used to talking in front of a lot of people. I just know her well enough.
Or being
So,
recorded.
Yeah,
You're
so
doing
just,
pretty good.
just if you guys got questions about the program, I think would be easy.
Yeah, if you have any
It's got a lot
questions.
of positives, but there's also, we were doing something with carryover, because of the COVID, there was carryover. One of the things we proposed to get was a washer and dryer, so clients could come, we pick them up if they're over here or over there, pick them up, because we're gonna move, the site is gonna move from up on the Stefan campus to Fort Thompson to the old finance building where our alternative school is. we're gonna move down there, so it'd been perfect to have a washer dryer available. Cause so many of these young parents don't have the money to wash and dry their clothes, you know, and all them things. But they denied us that that's not a part of the program. That's not the mission of the program. Yeah,
Yeah.
not allowable. So I actually point blank the lady, cause she kinda got a little defensive, cause I said, I'd like to have a list of allowable and disallowable costs, because I said, what are we supposed to spend carryover on? You keep telling us we can do this and that, and then all of a sudden we can't do this and that.
Yeah.
So our thing is, we're gonna try to get it donated, see if somebody would donate a washer and dryer. Even though they're telling us we can't purchase it, we'd like to get something like that and have it there, because to me, that's the perfect opportunity to get that parent and that child in to work with them. Cause now we're washing their clothes, the kid's gonna have clean clothes, the family's gonna have clean clothes, and not have to try to find money to go to a laundromat or something. So that's one issue that I know I'm gonna work hard on with them, is to get that part, even though it's not gonna be able to be used as carryover. I wanna get us a washer and dryer to put in,
But, yeah.
and then bring people to wash.
Is this a 5-year grant?
Yeah.
See the
Where's your
next-
Where's your office at?
Remember the old campus up on,
Do you have an office over in Brule?
oh, it's, by the WIC office right up here.
Oh, okay.
What days are you guys in there?
Well, we haven't been coming because of COVID. We haven't been coming back over here. We just been running out of the office. But we have clients from over here, and it's basically, how do you say? Okay, so a couple nights ago, I had a client call and ask if I had time to help her fill out her TANF application, and it was late at night, and I said sure. You know, so I came over here and. I cannot believe what they require you to fill out for TANF. They make you do a 2-page essay on, you know, some of your behaviors and why it kind of, why it reflects how you are not able to make your SMART goals, you know. So I came over here and I helped her, and I didn't get home till about 10 o'clock that night, you know. And then I took her paperwork with me, and I, you know, took it back into town and dropped it off. That's just some of the things that we do as, you know, the program. We, you know, there's times, you know, like a mom got a domestic violence situation. She had to leave right away. She didn't have no Pampers wipes, nothing, you know. So, you know, at night we'd get up, go to 12 miles into the office, 12 miles back home, and then come over here and deliver the Pampers and wipes.
So it's not an 8 to 4 job that they're doing. We do a lot of comp time type stuff to where if they, you know, cause it's supposed to be 8 to 4. So if they work that extra, Lacosta's always messaging me, you know, I just got done doing this report here.
Yeah.
I just got done doing this report. It might be 10 o'clock at night, and I'm thinking, what in the blankety blank are you
So
doing?
with everybody, hopefully everybody's getting vaccinated or trusting the vaccine. Is there gonna be some scheduled days where you're gonna be at the fairs?
Oh, definitely.
And you guys will post that, or
Oh,
you
yeah.
can put it on a webpage so everybody can see it, or what have you?
Who would we contact for your webpage?
Mr.
Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
whenever you guys get the information, you can just either call over or email it over.
And that's,
Not everybody has the internet, so
No.
it'd be best to
Yep.
put flyers up as well.
and we have those too. We have, I believe I sent them to you, Ursula.
They have copies of everything.
Okay, then those we can make into poster size. There's like a couple of families from over here that we use posters, and we can make them a little bit bigger, put them in the thing for recruitment and stuff.
Do you guys have any days coming up to where you're doing any big thing for a recruitment type situation?
Where we could put a booth out.
Besides the powwow, I guess, come up probably.
Nothing yet. What?
Up here, like just put a booth for people to come in.
But we could do that too, if it's feasible.
Program over to going out so they can advertise.
You know, I don't know.
Kind of like when we used to have family fun day, you know.
Yeah.
Booth events, yeah, so.
And not only that too, they could even take it as far as getting a hold of the AA member when they do that lunch and learn. They could probably do a presentation or at lunch and learn. It used to be on a Thursday at lunchtime.
Yeah.
Somebody comes in, they do a presentation and they feed everybody lunch. You know, that might be something they can really.
What we really used to hit on was the interagency meetings. When we would come for the interagency meetings, we would give our, you know, a little 1-pager report. Then I, what was his name?
Brian? White?
Ryan, yeah, he would put it in their newsletter and stuff and send it out to everybody.
That's good.
So is this information down at the Head Start daycare too?
No, I don't believe so.
Yeah, those are right when you're coming up the hill off to the right there.
Yeah.
Right beside each other, so it'd be a good idea to take this information over there also.
But I got a question, I kind of.
Yep.
What all can you guys provide them? Diapers?
We provide, okay, so if the client completes their 2 home visits for the month, we provide them with an incentive bag, and we get, donations from partnerships with Native Americans. And whatever they give us, we've, fill it enough for, well, right now it's a great big trash bag of like 2 paper towels, 4 toilet papers, hygiene stuff, cleaning supply stuff. We also have masks and, hand sanitizer stuff that we put inside there. There's other little odds and ends stuff too. Plus, we give them 10 diapers per home visit. So that's 20 diapers plus a pack of those, the pack of wipes, remember those 100 pack of wipes or whatever? They get those.
Formula, don't you, if they need it?
Yeah, we have formula on a emergency need basis.
Kind of reminds me of like a Healthy Start type program.
Or baby face, yeah.
Kind of like the baby face it was.
Yeah,
Yeah. But we're better.
yeah, there you go. That's the attitude to have.
And I'm like I said, she's bringing it back to life. The program was kind of, I hate to say it was on a downward spiral. I'm just being blunt. And it's gonna come back to life. Well, like I said, be full staffed. When you're full staffed, she's supposed to not technically have any clients really, just basically oversee that the stuff's being done with the clients. And the parent educators should be doing all the work, worker bee stuff, going out and meeting with them. Gail is our lead parent educator. So she
like, let's
would
say
be
if
the
I
one overseeing.
wasn't.
So you got a tiered
Yeah.
status, because you got the parent educators, 2 of them, lead parent educator, and then the director. The director basically just makes sure the program funds are being spent correctly, paperwork's being done correctly,
Reports are
that's
getting
one,
in on
that's
time.
one issue there's been when you got a short staff is the reports being done on a timely basis. And we worked with them, and we've kind of got a plan. We made a 2-week plan where nobody's gonna take off time of work and everything.
Yeah.
No matter what, if it comes push or shove, we're gonna do everything we can to be there for 2 weeks to get that stuff caught up.
Cut up.
And that's where it's at, found out, in the interim time when she took over, there was 1 employee that hadn't done any reports for a year. Well, you switch directors, and then the whole interim time, that person didn't do the reports. They were doing catch up on reports from 6 to 9 months.
Yep.
So we're kind of at the point now of seeing the light at the end of the tunnel
end.
finally, to where they can feel comfortable again and be back on track and get the numbers up, get the grant again next year, and be ready to move forward.
Sounds good.
So when you talk about recruitment, you're talking about clients in our community, correct?
Yes.
And so I was, about a month or so ago, the principal or superintendent had reached out, and they were looking, since this is a grant for both Lower Brule and Fort Thompson, there was a request to hire a resident or a member of Lower Brule for your staff. Do you have somebody over there working that is from Lower Brule who knows our community?
So right now, the staff is Gail, of course, and La Costa.
Yeah.
And then Tia Seeking Land is at Big Bend. And there's possibly, today would be the day that they're possibly looking at Denise Campbell would be one that knows both sides very well. And she's possibly gonna be hired, but she'll be the one working on this side is what I'm kind of talking to
Yeah.
La Costa about. Cause she knows both sides very well from her experiences. We've listed at different places, it's hard to get apps. Everybody we've gotten so far that.
There's a lot of people that say they're interested,
Basically,
but they
we have
never.
reached out to people that are looking, they'll see something about it, and then I'll talk to them a little bit over, basically it's Facebook. Hate to say it, it's social media is how we found people, because it's the same thing we're seeing with every other area with that unemployment thing that was being done, that nobody wanted to apply and work. And so we were grasping at straws, because with the big shots up in Washington DC and wherever else they're all at, they were getting after us because numbers are low and staffing issues and that. So it come down to that point where anybody reached out, I started talking to them and seeing if they'd be a fit, because the last 2 people that were in that third slot were not a fit. And within 3-4 months of the last one that quit, I said point blank, told LaCosta she's not gonna make it. And anybody that knows me, I've been doing this 20-some years, this education type thing, so you can kind of tell if they're gonna make it or not. And she,
Well, I'd like to see some recruitment for
Yep.
workers from Brule, because I used to work for Healthy Start for a
Yep.
number of years. And I know that for a mother to allow somebody into their home, it's a very intimate time for them.
Yep.
And so it's important for them to have ties to this community, so they know the households. So if you can push for that third or fourth team member to be actually from our community.
well, we'll do that as part of the recruitment, we can do that, and then when we do the re-granting, I wanna try to get people, just to have an office over here basically that we have full-time staffed. That's my ultimate goal.
And when you spoke about reporting, since we're shared stakeholders in this grant, will we be receiving monthly reports? And is there somebody here you work with? I know I had sent an email to Christine Olson. Will you work directly with her?
She used to be on our advisory committee, but because of staff turnover and stuff, and then COVID hitting, we've never had an advisory committee meeting yet.
So can you reach out to Christine and
Definitely.
Start moving
establish those communication channels?
Yeah.
Because we would like to see some reports, because I would like to see how often our community members are being serviced through this grant.
How long are you guys into this grant? You said 5 years?
We started in 2016. We actually didn't start serving clients until 2019, 18.
18, I think it was, when I looked at paperwork.
So it's a 5-year grant. It started in 2016. And we're basically into the 5th year. Were you guys allowed to carry the dollars over that you didn't utilize from the 2 years that?
We actually got an extension grant
that's what I
for the
mean.
6th
Yep.
year, yeah.
Yep, there's a 6-year extension, and we just got done basically putting a budget together, which is pretty minimal budget when you think about everything.
So with that 5 year, are you guys applying now again for another 5 year?
It'll be for another 5
Yeah.
years we'll put in for it. That's why we gotta get numbers up and start showing the need again, which we know the need's there. It's just a matter of getting people on board.
Yeah, I would like to just do a shout out to Frank Gorno, who's the one who reached out to me and advocated for our community here to make sure that we had representation in this grant.
I was talking with Frank, that's when he kinda, cause I know Marvin had talked to Frank at one time, so kind of through a whole rigmarole, I had Frank kind of communicating with you guys till I could figure out who to get a hold of.
Yeah, because we had a very vibrant maternal child health program through the late Elvira Driving Hog and Anita Grassrove too. So this is definitely going to help our community and our families. So thank you very much. Shanna, do you have a question?
Yeah, so you had talked about doing reporting, and then in this documentation that we have, it said that started in September 2018, started serving families, has grown daily, serving 40 families as of March 20th, expand to 50 to 60. I'm just wondering, because there's data here, how many families do you serve? This says daily, so I'm assuming you kind of have like an overall.
The maximum number would be 60, right,
60, yeah.
LaCosta, that we can. get
30
up
on
to.
each
Now,
side.
that's not saying it's 60 kids, because LaCosta will correct me if I'm wrong, she's really good at that. But, like, my stepdaughter just had a baby, she joined the program, she's got 3 kids in the program, but that's one household.
Yep.
So there's 3 right in one right there.
And it's only one index child.
And we can get all that, cause that should be in the computer,
Yep,
that we
it
can
is.
dig in, and there's people they go through, it's programs called Penelope they use, that they
Run the
enter all their
reports.
materials in and their information you can run various reports, I'm sure, from that program. That's the part that I'm not versed on, I'm gonna be blunt again, I don't try to say something that I don't know, but I'm learning the program just like you guys, I've learned it over the last year. And I'm hoping that I'm kind of impressing LaCosta that I know as much as I do about it anymore, because I've done a lot of studying to get to where I'm at.
So my question.
So we'd have to dig a little bit to get that
You
too.
can serve up to 60
Yep.
families.
Yep.
Throughout the whole program.
Yep, the
Yep.
whole program.
So here it says, and has grown to daily serving 40 families.
Those numbers have-
Serving typically.
Those numbers have dropped because of lack of staff and stuff. So right now, I believe we're at 15 families right now.
And we can, what we'll do is we'll get some data put together, and I think that would be feasible to say, get some data. I think it's a good question. Stephanie, thank you for that, because I do believe we need to put data out. That's how you get a program supported well, is through data. It's just like at school, you
Yeah.
take your data and you start pushing the data-driven learning to show that your kids are learning.
You guys said you're late on your reports. Who does your 425s and year-end closeout reports then?
That's our business manager. She's got that. That's all up to date. That is up to date. It's, the reports are about,
Who's
like,
the business manager?
Katie Caffey. He started in March of 2020. I do believe it was.
So the funds are routed through over there across the river?
Yeah, we're the fiscal agent is all it is. It's the
Yeah.
school we had to have a fiscal agent. I don't know what brought all that on when it was, I wasn't in here yet. I didn't come until 2018.
Well, because we are involved in, is there any way that we can get some reassurance or some kind of reports to show that everything's up to snuff?
As far as the financials too,
As far
yep,
as
I
the
can talk to
financials,
Katie.
because that's one thing that we always, push to have everything done promptly, and if
Yep.
it's late, yeah, you can ask for some extensions and stuff.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, if it's not,
Yep.
and if the tribe's name on there, then, they're gonna be, dollars gonna be paid back because they weren't, they didn't meet the criteria of that.
Financially, that side, from everything I've seen, is good, but I can have Katie run reports and that. So, and if I could, what I'd really appreciate, if there's a way to get all your emails, so we can kind of do a group email to you guys with some information. I think that would be,
They're on the webpage.
are they on the webpage? Okay.
Get in contact with her /
Okay.
That would just be the simplest, I think, because then we can kind of start a little email back and forth to get things moving in the right direction, so you guys are aware and understand as well.
That's kind of what I have
Questions
going on
coming.
with the tribal chairman over there, Peter Linke. Any updates that I have too, I just give him a little brief summary, and when he does his Facebook Lives, he kind of goes on and talks about the program stuff. Yeah, and I don't have no problem giving you guys even monthly reports.
Sounds good.
Yep, one thing I'm big on is openness, that we gotta have open doors and we gotta be able to collaborate with each other. Since I've been at Crow Creek now, again, we're collaborating with IHS, we got Delta Dental involved with us. We're doing a whole bunch of collaborative efforts of things that weren't being done when prior to me coming. But I work hand in hand with the Director of Indian Education, Fred Osborne. Him and I are emailing constantly, because he was so tickled with Delta Dental coming to the school. So things like that, I'm very open about, and wanna make sure we have an open door policy between us all.
So on this information, but you guys said you're reapplying for the grant again this year? Are you?
We already had to submit, our next funding won't be until, what is it, September's the end of,
The grant, this is a
Yeah,
weird
fiscal
grant
year.
year. They have a weird grant year. They go October 1 to September 30.
Yeah, no, that's the way half of them are.
Are they?
Some of
That's what
them-
I'm used
Some
to,
of them
like
will
school
be
way.
in June, some are
yeah.
Yeah.
calendar year,
Yep.
that's one thing, but, so will you be coming back, or is that why you're here now, to get a resolution of support to resubmit to get funding again?
No, we were here because there was questions being asked about what our program's about, what we do and stuff like that, so.
We just want to give you
just-
guys an update as
yeah.
to what the program is.
Informational.
Yeah.
Informational more than anything right now, and then as we need more information or resolutions from you, we'll come over and hit up, and if you guys would like, we can do a once a month report even,
Mm-hmm.
when you guys every month come in and report where we're at.
One thing we might wanna update, because you are new council and
It's
everything.
the MOU.
We need a new MOU signed.
When you got the old one at the
Yeah.
office, I'm sure, so we can get that, and then we can get it over to Clyde and talk about it and figure everything out. Chairman Estes, or whoever you want us to work through, Chairman, we can work through them.
Anna?
Got a question.
Can you communicate with our GA offices upstairs and, have handouts for recruitment purposes, and so that they know that there's these types of services available?
Well, this is the one thing that I'm in, and maybe you expound on it, but the one thing that we're starting to really push now is I got through my grant year, so now I'm finally up to where I'm caught up at the grants at the school, so I'm really digging into this one, and we've been digging in for about 3 months now, to where I'm trying to get things moving forward now. And with the bog down of understaffing, and I'm not trying to make excuses, but with the understaffing, it was really hard for them.
And how
Now
long
we
have
wanna
you been
push it.
overseeing this grant? I'm sorry.
I've only been overseeing it for about a year and a half right now. I started doing federal programs. It was last year I started it, last school year.
I'm sorry, you're the principal?
I'm a K-5 principal, yep.
K-5.
K-5 principal and the federal grants manager. I oversee right now about 10 different grants that I oversee, which one is J1 visas for our Philippine teachers that are coming in, stuff like that too. We have a family of 5 coming, they'll be here next week. I've been working on getting plane tickets bought for them currency from Bahrainian to American, figuring out how much we have to pay, everything. It's really interesting when you work with overseas.
Any other questions?
No.
Thank you guys for your update.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And Ursula will include Shanna on that email addresses for our tribal managers.
Okay,
Sounds good,
Thank you guys.
Thank
you.
Have a good day.
you too.
No Kimmy yet?
Who?
Or she's sitting outside?
That school stuff,
Okay.
dancing all. Just do this, Sandra, I'll do one right away.
Yeah, wait for Ursula to come back and put it on.
What was his name? He's the K-5 principal.
Brian C.
Brian C.
SIEH.
Oh, it's literally C. I thought it was C.
As I,
Like, what's it?
Big C.
We'll move on to 9.
Okay.
And you have in your packet a request from Mrs. Abdo to have a stand at the rodeo this year. What is the pleasure of the council?
Who's managing that? Is it Benny or?
Rodeo?
Yeah.
Benny he does the oversight of it all.
Chris, do you have any insights on this?
The only thing I know is in the past that, and that's why I directed them to bring the request to Ursula. In the past, it's council approval that had the stand.
Yeah.
Just,
And if somebody else wants to have a stand, it's no biggie, they usually let them, you know. One time there was a couple of them over there and my God, that food they served was really good too.
How many stands are actually usable?
Just one,
No, I mean, just one?
There's only one.
Oh, at the rodeo, sorry.
Yeah, just one. And then some people bring in a little camper and then they'll sell out of that.
Oh, okay.
Or they'll set up, I seen where they set up those shades and they're selling fireworks. I didn't care for that, but they were, doing those lemonades. Remember like that lemonade guy did? And then snow cones and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So move on that request.
Got a motion by,
Second?
by Stephanie. Discussion, Donovan?
No.
John?
No.
Stephanie?
Nope.
Marvin?
No.
Nope. Cody, call for the vote. Donovan?
Four.
John?
Four.
Steph?
Or,
Marv? Four. Cody. Motion carries 5-4, 0 against, none. Elaine yet. I know Chris is next, but since Jason's, she is? Okay, can we do Jason real quick? Jason, you wanna come up?
Yeah, that's.
Let's get this, we're about 7 minutes ahead and I'd like to
Right
keep it
on.
that way,
I like
so.
that.
Good morning. You have in your packet, request, just a real quick, summary of what your walk is.
Right. I'm a fellowship of Native Hope, and it's to spread meth awareness. So they asked me to do a meth walk here in Lower Brule. So I wrote a letter to you guys, asking if it's possible that we could do it on a Friday afternoon. We will feed and we'll give out shirts. So that's why I asked if there could be admin leave for all programs.
With it being hot like that, Jason, we have people that be going around with water and stuff,
Yes.
just like they did all the rest of
Yep,
it.
yep.
You guys understand that then, right? I'll move on his request.
Got a motion by John, second by Donovan,
Third.
Any discussion, Donovan? John?
No.
Marv? Cody? Discussion?
No.
Call for the vote, Donovan? John?
All right.
Marv? Cody? Motion carries 5-4-0 against, none not voting. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Good day. Right on, Jace.
Big Russ likes half shirts, is that?
Okay, you wanna,
Well, she just now asked me, she like, they approved the math walk, how about the admin leave?
If they do a sign-in sheet.
Yeah.
Like they did on the other ones?
they can do that, work with Shanna on that, like we did for the other walk.
I'll come see you after. Should I be down here? Okay.
Or you could talk to also Leah from Diabetes, cause they're the ones that developed this. So she can probably give you an email, you a format,
Remember they just had that one that said Lbst tribal employee sign-in?
just with the name of the event and date, but I'll talk to you.
Okay, right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jace.
You wanna do Chris, or, come up, Chris?
Can you do fast?
Do you have a handout in the packet? You do?
I do not. I just have some.
Alright, make me, oh.
Mine's mainly like updates, so like the website, jobs are being posted as I get them, or like if there, I see a job on USA jobs for the BIA or IHS, I'll try to post those on the website, or if I see them shared, I'll share them on the Facebook. I'm sure you've all seen the last meeting has been uploaded on the YouTube channel, and as soon as this one's done and Ursula gives the okay, we'll post this one. Of course, my office helped with the collection of applications for the disbursement last week. We're still receiving applications, and we'll give them to finance as they come in. Doc and I start working on 2 grants. One that will provide public access to all of our archive stuff, meeting minutes, resolutions. We have some old tapes from our recorded tapes from old meetings that we want to get like digitized and transcribed. So that's part of that grant too. And then we have the second one is a tourism feasibility study. So we'll be looking at like some of the things we've done in the past, like the Earth Lodge, Buffalo Interpretive Center, what were the other ones? There was one. But just seeing the feasibility of those moving forward, especially with some of the future developments that may happen here now that we'll do like hopefully the sewage lagoon treatment center, the new boat ramp downhill, just kind of utilizing some of those to see the future of tourism within our community. So I'll be coming back next month to ask for letters of or resolution for support on those 2 grants. The elder committee, we have a lot of females interested, but not a lot of males. I did send a letter out with the elderly mills for those, and I could probably do another round of that. And then on June 11th, Doc, Mary Jane, Vice Chairman, and we had the opportunity to visit the Hill City wastewater treatment plant. And that was a really good facility. And like I said, their town population is about the same size as ours. It was just, to see the water at the end was, I think, like the biggest thing. And we finalized an agreement with NRCS to provide archaeological services, our own archaeological services within the tribal boundaries, something that NRCS has not allowed us to do in the past. So this is a good thing moving forward. And then powwow, here is, I don't have time to print enough copies, but there's the posters that'll go out.
NRCS wouldn't allow that, so they would do all the archaeological.
Yeah, in the past, they would do all of it and then like communicate with Doc on it.
Yeah.
But then they would be doing most of the work. And so now with this agreement, that allows us to do our own services within the tribal boundaries.
How many, go ahead, ladies.
No, I was just saying, did you have, you're reading from something with, I didn't see that in my packet. Did I not have it?
No, I did not print it.
Oh, you did not?
This is just like my report
Oh,
I made this
okay,
morning.
Sorry.
How many vendors you have?
Right now, I think we're at 10. And in the past, we've had about 20. So we're still waiting on a couple.
How's the grounds looking?
I need to get with, they said Enterprise, but that's either, or that work crew to have them kind of fix up the little stands. Some of them need some work, new door, new paneling on the side. But for sure that hopefully we can get that, find a way to move forward on the reconstruction of the grounds, because some of the posts and stuff are just cave-in, and it might be good for this year, but I don't know if it'll be good for another year.
Yeah.
Have you been in contact with Ivan about?
No, I need to.
Chris, do you charge the vendors for space then at all, or do they have to pay anything?
So non-member vendors pay $250. Member vendors pay $150.
Just during the powwow or at the rodeo too?
I don't know how that works. It's just I've always known at the powwow. I don't know if they charge at the softball or not.
No.
Are you charging at the road, Paul?
No.
No. I don't think, no, this is the only fair, I think, that, you don't have to pay to get into anything. This is the only fair, and I'll tell you, I had, non-Indians come down, and they says, boy, it's a damn shame. You gotta go to the rest to get into something free. He said, everything up around Kennebec and Lyman, they charge for it, you know, and he's very proud and happy of that, you know. He's an old cowboy from over the pressure way.
Are you doing any COVID testing or anything like that? Working with Christie on that?
I can.
Yeah, I think when she comes today, or is she on the schedule?
Yeah.
Yeah. She wanted to talk to us about, you know, the increasing cases of the different variants, so just want to make sure you stay in contact with her.
Yeah, and so we could do that too. Like I said in the past, if you guys want me to, we can mass test all of our dancers. But I don't know about,
Request it,
yeah.
but they feel ill.
What do you get to have like a booth there with the,
Well, what I could do is before they register, we could get those 15-minute tests. So they take their test back to, we can have someone waiting for them, like from IHS or Christy Olson or someone like that waiting. Once they come in, they register, take their test back to the car, and they can do their test. And once we get the results, they can register to dance. So one thing I thought was good that the committee decided was to bring 2 youth on board for the clerk's positions, the people who will be tallying and that type of stuff, just so we can kind of train and prepare the next generation for helping with the powwow and those types of things. Like I said, the poster will go out. That was the finalized version there. And I think I'm not sure though if I work with Josie and them to do security or.
Yep.
I'll get that posted as soon anyways. Yeah, that's my report.
On your website, you said you've been putting all the recent jobs that have been posted?
Yep, the ones that are available, and I take them, like if there's a close date, then I take them down as of the close date.
Okay, and then the any boards that have they been given anything to put board, any of the board members?
I have that list. The only 2 I need to finalize are the LBCC list, or the corporation, and then the farm board.
Okay, we also wanna when we get a chance to talk with the rest of the council, I'd like to have other stuff posted, but I gotta get the approval of them.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Just one thing, just so you guys are aware of this prize money's been that way for years. There was always talk of trying to up it, so just know that it was in the past, it's been that way for years. Everybody else has went up with Lord Brule's,
Yeah.
right? And do we have to do a Mexican poker, the tribal council on that Will Bash?
That's what I heard.
Very good.
Oh, we might get mauled out there, what?
Marv, you can't run.
Morning, Cam.
Thank you.
Hey, Chris, good job, buddy.
Yeah.
Come up. Thank you. You're up.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
You're
Sorry.
up.
Oh, sorry. How are you guys today?
Good.
Good, good.
Good.
How are you, Kim?
Okay,
I left my.
so, okay, starting to put a little more in here than just COVID stuff, so. For the last month, we had 1,933 ambulatory visits in the clinic. PRC's paying 1 through 3 referrals. 8 human resources, Desiree LaRush was hired as our PRC specialist. And she's starting to take to that role really well. She's gone to area for some trainings and stuff. There's still a few things that she needs to get, but she's doing really well there. I have 5 vacant positions. We have the quality position. I made a selection in that position, and we have an acceptance. We're just waiting for the background clearance, and then we'll get a start date. We're hoping in like 2 weeks, the next pay period to start her. Clinical director, we're still interviewing, and we're scheduling another site visit for next week. We should have someone here to look at the place. Administrative assistant is open now since Des moved over to PRC. And that paperwork is at the area, so it should be advertised soon, and I'll send you guys that link as soon as I get it, like I have been. Medical records, we have a coder position that's advertised, that closes on the 19th. Clinical nurse, a selection and offer has been made for that position, but we don't have a definite answer yet. And we're still working on a shared safety officer position between Lord Brule and Fort Thompson. Some of our accomplishments, we are at about 73% of our third-party collection goal for the year, which is right where we should be at the end of our third quarter, so that's going well. Public health educator is now a certified CPR instructor, so if you have any programs or anybody that needs CPR training, he can do that. He can provide classes wherever.
Who is that?
Mike Ryan.
Okay.
So, yep, let us know, or get a hold of Mike or me or whoever, and we'll help get that set up. We did start, I would say, an informal study for the continuous glucose monitoring devices. We have started with a small group of patients. We're going to monitor the efficacy and the cost effectiveness, and hopefully be able to offer them to all diabetics here soon. But so we're starting that.
They really like it.
Yeah, so we're hoping it makes difference in their numbers.
There, and it's so much easier. They had good things to say about them.
Right, so.
From what I seen, so.
I think so too. So hopefully we're gonna get moving with that. As you all know, the acting director of IHS came to Laura Brule and visited, and I apologize again for her tardiness. She was tardy getting to us, and then even tardier getting up here, so I apologize. There's some special challenges that have been seen. PRC and other departments are finding having problems contacting patients, of course, has always been a challenge, and that continues. Phone numbers change, or they're disconnected for a while. And they are sending a letter, but because we have been getting reports that patients aren't knowing about their appointments or that kind of thing, so they send a letter to everyone, and they're trying to follow up with phone calls too. So that's where they're getting the frustration, because they try to remind them by phone too to make sure everybody knows. Lab is starting to see a couple supplies that are in shortage because of a nationwide shortage. Some of our culture tubes are getting hard to come by, so we're working with the National Supply Center to make sure we get some of those. Another challenge is the water outages this month. A couple times we were without, but we do have, well, borrowing from one of our employees, we have equipment to make our toilets and everything still works, so we still use that, and we have a portable sink, so we were able to stay open during the outages, but it gets stressful at times, but we've been able to. Oh, I gotta find my phone, sorry. And COVID updates, we're still testing every day, and vaccines are still available every day. And I'll tell you how many doses of vaccine have been given in just, she forgot to get me that, and I told her to text it to me. $1,562 total doses so far. She didn't break it down by primary or secondary.
Single doses or double?
I'm not sure. Those are total doses given. I'm not sure. She didn't break it down for me. She just gave me total doses. So, but, and what else? Oh, challenges. I have staff that are still worried about dogs because the one dog that bit one of our employees pretty severely is still running wild. So they wanted me to mention that to you as well. They filled out all the paperwork in the process that was supposed to be followed. And we're still seeing it.
Hit it right on the rat,
Yeah.
up to the front.
It was in the front of the clinic. It wasn't, yeah, it wasn't even in the back where it has previously chased them all down. We've had it chase numerous employees in the back, but this time it was right in front of the clinic on the ramp that she got bit, so. That's a concern, but
Did it belong to anybody, that dog?
yes.
Do it next door. Right next door to the clinic, the one individual that lives next door. On the north side.
Shanna, can you do follow with Ben on that? See what's the status of that?
Can I get the name of the owner?
You can probably write it for her.
Okay.
They're on the camera.
Yeah, I'll give that to you before I leave. Okay.
Was there a formal complaint made to the tribe?
Yes, the paperwork, the process that was outlined with the report form and everything, I'm not sure. She was still trying to get the official police report to PD. I don't know if that got up there yet. That was the only thing that was the last thing. But yes, they filled out that form and it was submitted.
Who?
I don't remember. I'll find out
Okay.
and make sure.
I just want to make sure
And I'll
Shannon gets it.
Okay, I'll get all the information to Shanna.
Individual have to take baby shots then?
No, they did not, because there is a rabies vaccination record for the dog.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, anybody have any questions for me?
Can we get in the future a written report to put in the packet?
Sure.
It just helps
Here's,
me.
well, here's the thing, is that I have to have it approved by area before I send it to you, the written one that I've been sending out every month. And so I try to get it up to them right away, but I never seem to get it back before the meeting, so I always send it to you. It's usually after the meeting when I send it to you, but it's pretty much the same one. I take stuff off of that to,
There was a written complaint about, and I don't know if I can disclose the individual's name on the record because we're being videoed, but
Yeah, we can,
there was a written complaint about the IHS not paying one of our tribal members bills, and it's pretty lengthy.
did they send it to me
yep.
as well?
Yeah.
And area, I think, if I might know the one you're talking about if it was really long, and we're addressing it,
Okay.
Can we
so.
go into closed session real quick on this?
Sorry.
Hi, Chris.
Hi.